You. What up? Let's go ahead and swap this over. Sheesh, been a minute, YouTube. Let's see. Stang hat. Shit, comfortable though. All right. I think since we're a little short on time today, we can go ahead and hop over. Yeah. Can't switch it up. All right. Welcome, man. It's been a minute since we had a dev stream, like an actual dev stream where I worked on something on the YouTube. And I've been doing I did a Twitch stream and I've been on TikTok doing like combo sessions. But it's been a minute since we actually worked on anything. So like I said, we're off to a little bit of a late start today. Had to help someone with some computer issues. My original plan was to start at 9 and it's 11:35. Yeah. So I think what I'm planning to do today, I'll probably just cut it, trim it down to just working on one thing. I want to try to speed up the transition with the form changes, because it feels a little jarring to me. Well, not necessarily jarring, but it kind of messes with the flow of the combos, because there's a wheel for the weapons and there's also a wheel for the form change, and both of them slow things down. Eagle, what up? Oh wait, how am I supposed to play without a controller? Hold on, let me grab a controller. All right, plug this up. All right, so let me demonstrate first. So here's what I'm saying. Nothing much, been following the development updates and really like how the project's looking. I appreciate you being here. Yeah, it's slow progress, but progress is progress. Come on, Unity. Only got an hour. I'm a squirrel. Whoa! Anyone catch that reference? What up, squirrel girl? You know, squirrel's my favorite animal. Well, outside of my dog Lily, who was looking at me like, "Bitch, did you just say you like squirrels?" But no, I had this whole thing a while back where I was really just like squirrels for some reason. Like I had a matter of fact, it started when I was at a story time, I guess. I was at a meeting at work and I got bored, so I just sketched a squirrel and drew the word "bruh" under it. It's just this blank stare squirrel and under it just says bruh dot dot dot. And that turned into like I did like hoodies with the squirrel on it. Ended up making I scrapped that project. I ended up making a game where you play as a squirrel with like mechanical arms on his back and guns. I might show that project one day. But yeah, squirrels are pretty chill, you know. I almost said something inappropriate. Why can't I hear this? Oh, because I have it muted. There we go. Do you think you'll ever get to the point where adding voice add to the game? Maybe. I've thought about it. I know I want it for right now. Johnny on Bosch. I want to get clips of his voice because you know he does Zero in Marvel vs. Capcom. So I'm gonna try to put that in this just to see how it sounds. But I'll need voices for the other characters though, like for the bosses and all that. So, but cross that bridge when we get to it. Because the clips I have right now are from the Game Boy games, and they sound a little out of place, honestly. The saber sound, saber sound works, but the voice clip, it's a little out of place. All right, so the thing I was talking about was this, right? So switching weapons slows things down. Switching forms slows things down. Voice clip, crush to hell, yeah. So if I'm doing a combo, matter of fact, let's switch back to default. So if I'm doing a combo, right, and I go for, let's say I want to change both of these, that's a lot of pausing. So today, what I want to do is I'm going to keep the wheel, but I'm going to speed up this transition and see if that kind of helps. So I have an idea of how I want to do it. I don't know how it's going to play out, but I mean, that's kind of the point of, you know, trying it out just to see if it works. Because I want to keep this animation. That's the thing. Like I want to keep this whole animation. We tried speeding it up. It looked a little weird, so that doesn't work. So the idea I have is to not have it pause the game for so long, like not have it pause for that long. Instead, I'll cut it short. Not the animation, but the sequence of when it kind of pauses time. I'm gonna cut that short and have some way to keep the enemy not necessarily in place, but up there with Zero. Because I don't want the enemy just to fall out of the combo while Zero's in the middle of transforming. So I'll probably add a hitbox to the animation and let it kind of like pop the enemy up or something. We'll figure it out. I have a question, just curious. Is this Zero voiced by Lucas Gilbertson? I don't know. Let's look that up. I don't think so though. Who is? Wait. Oh, he voiced somebody in Command Mission? Wait, was he Zero in Command Mission? Hold on. Oh. My apologies, Lucas Gilbertson. I was not familiar with your game. I'm gonna check that out. Yeah, because I know he wasn't the Japanese one from the Zero games. What do I fight for? Yeah, I gotta check that out. Cause that, cause that opens up the potential for other lines like outside of like just random grunts and naming attacks like Johnny on Bosch does in Marvel vs. Capcom. Oh, he was X8 too? And oh, okay, cool. Did not know that. Let's see. Squirrel's pretty chill. Are you sure about that? The only way for us to be chill is to be tired. Nah, I've seen some aggressive squirrels. Not even gonna hold you. All right. Hmm. How did that whip? Still got the combo. Let's see. This as far as there's option is the option to reduce graphics because my PC can't run this. uh, not at the moment. How's that not? How does that not connect? Okay, there it is. Now it connects. Squirrels are actually fearsome and formidable. Should show us more respect, you know. Facts. I think next stream I'll wear the hoodie I was talking about with the squirrel. Yeah, nah, squirrels are crazy. They're unpredictable. So physics is not physicsing right now for that. What's another combo? I actually got the dash cancel on the first try that time. Now watch I mess it up. There it is. Can this work with the keyboard? Yes. So I'm currently in the middle of figuring out what's a streamlined way to handle these controls because there's a lot he can do, and the keyboard controls are a little cumbersome right now, but it does work with keyboard. Some fan games don't support it, which is it's understandable. I can see why. Um, it's a little cumbersome on the keyboard right now because it was originally intended to be just keyboard, and then I brought controller into it. Now the controls are meant for controller, and I'm trying to work keyboard around that. This fight is awesome. I like this effect after the sword swing, just like that Devil May Cry 3. Awesome, appreciate it. Yeah, Devil May Cry plays a lot of inspiration here. All right. See if I can do a longer version. All right, we need to get away from this wall, dude. That way. Nope. Well, that's technically a restand, but we're not gonna count that. This cancel is so weird to catch. Yep. We're gonna take the restart. That menu. It's about this, the wheel. There's a graphic, well, not graphic, there's a visual bug right now where the background of these panels isn't showing. Like, it's supposed to be like this, but sometimes they don't show, which is weird. I mean, it's on the list of things to fix, but it's not game breaking, so. And none of this is final anyway. I don't like that. What if I did the other combo? Damn it. Come on, get the cancel. There we go. This might be the Mega Man fan game. That's how I appreciate it. Well, there's some really good ones out there, though. I have a theory about Zero from the Mega Man Zero series. May I share? Oh, yeah. Feel free. Almost connected. Okay, I gotta let myself fall a little bit. I love his new wind chip form. I love it too. Cause I like air combat. And I love doing air combos, and the wind chip is all about staying up there. He just got so much sauce when he's in win form, right? Would there be a demo release for this sometime? So the last build is over on Patreon. Whenever I do like a devlog video, I upload the build over there alongside the video. It's been a minute since the last devlog video, which means it's been a minute since the last build. And the last build that I did put up over on Patreon has a lot of bugs, and it's because that was when I started to make that shift from keyboard controls to focusing on controller. So the keyboard controls are all wonky in that build. So it's still going to be like the next devlog video for this is still a few weeks out. One, because of work, and two, because of something else I'm working on next video to help me prepare for what I'm going to add to this. So because of that, the build I'm working on now, I'm going to go ahead and put over on Patreon before the next Zero devlog video. So Zero from Mega Man X had a body infused with that evil purple energy, but in Mega Man Zero, he got a new body. Yeah. That means that he was finally free from any control from Dr. Wiley. 221% free person. Huh. Yeah. New body. Yeah. New body means Wiley has no control over him. Oh. Wait a minute. Well, that works, but that's not what I was trying to do. 2 hits and then I can't follow it up. I can't follow it up with a regular attack. Okay. That's fine. We just do this. And I missed. Hear me out, Mega Man Zero better than Mega Man X. You mean the games? I don't know, man. I like both of them. I mean, I think that's basically confirmed. Wasn't Omega's personality made from remnants of Zero's OG programming? Yeah. You're right. Hmm. I mean, like, entirety of Mega Man X versus Mega Man Z. MZ. Especially the art in the story. True. Well, for me personally, what really differentiates the two is gameplay. Because I do like the X series, but the combat in the Zero series is what really sells it for me. I can't play Zero anymore. The ending is painful to see. 3 of 4 games end with major loss from the good guys. Yeah. But I mean, I get where you're coming from, but it's a tragic story. Zero dies at the end. Spoiler warning. Like going back to play 4 after knowing how it's gonna end, it for me personally, it adds to it. It's all right. He's not dead. He becomes a cool rock. Oh, should add a spoiler warning. Nah, I think everybody's here. That they know the story. Aww. Wind form doesn't have any. Not Wind. Frost. I don't. Frost needs to be touched up because it doesn't really have anything cool about it. No pun intended. Because that's mainly because I haven't added freezing yet to like the rest of his kit. The only thing that can freeze right now is this. but aesthetically, I love this. Like, I love this blue. I'm new to Mega Man. Oh no. Biometals. Um, there's a fan project named Mega Man Zero Resurrection, but it's not going to be released soon. Oh, okay. That might. I think I've seen that one or heard of it. Um, let's see. But you can do anything. In particular, Biometal Model Z. You just because that metal. Hmm. Speaking of Biometal, um, Mythos Zero. I'm probably gonna use the L. I think I pronounced that name wrong. The L model from ZX. I think I'm gonna try to tweak that model to be a model for Mythos Zero because I haven't seen any models for that. Well, I've seen some, but either they aren't available to download or they look wonky. Mega Man That's Corrupted. Ah, that project. I've been following that one. I forgot that. Wait. Switch to this. That looks weird. What if? Whoops. Mythos Zero is clean, right? That ice stack is amazing. It's one of my favorite things of doing this. I love that. But so it's hard to explain it, right? Like my whole thing when it comes to video games and game design in general is feel, like game feel. And this attack just feels good to use. And I think it's because the rhythm of it. It's like pop, 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 pop. It's just the rhythm of it. It scratches my brain in the right spot. I don't know. I just love it. Let's see. Might be back later. I appreciate you being here, man. Appreciate you. Hope you have a great day. Have a great weekend. Let's see. Who's Ash and Vent? Vent is the male protag from ZX. Ash is the female protag from ZXA. Yep. Feels like a dopamine generator. I need to change the aerial finisher for ice because it's the same one as on the ground. It's just rotated. It needs like a unique one. I was thinking about Bleach. I don't know if you guys watch Bleach, but Captain, what's his name? Hisagaya? His ice dragon? Might try that out. Would that attack work with 4 to 8 enemies? Yeah, actually. It gets a little weird, but I'll show you. Let's see where you at. Right here. All right, let's I know it was one stream where we kind of tested this just to see how would physics react to a bunch of these. Let's try 5. Axel kind of vanished from existence, which was a shame. Yeah, he did. He did. They're hitting each other. Come on, guys. No friendly fire. See if I can kind of get like... Stop. Group up, guys. All right, right here. Wrong one. Forgot to switch. There we go. And that guy's just stuck. All right. So it kind of pushes them back. Oh, they're immortal. Cool. All right. Regroup. That's a good cluster. Maybe one more. I messed. That works. See if I can get like right here. I'm gonna lock on to this one. Yeah, it works. It works. So the ones directly in front of him, they get caught in like the full string, and the ones outside of that kind of just get pushed back. I'm fine with that. Yeah, I'm fine with that. And they're all frozen. So I did add freezing to that move. All right, get down. You. Let's do this. So wind form is still my favorite just because I like air combos, but the speed boost you get from thunder is like, it's satisfying, honestly. See if I can do. We do the same combo. What if? Oh, that answers that question. Yeah, thunder is crazy. Oh, Axel's your favorite? I like Axel. I hope that ice will damage and affect enemies after the attack perform. Before the ice melts, it can be awesome for crowd control builder. Right. So when we added the forms initially, when I was talking with the chat about it, we kind of settled on flame being the glass cannon, so you deal more damage, but you also take more damage. Thunder being the faster form that excels on ground combat, so you would use thunder against aerial enemies to kind of bring them to the ground. Wind form would be the opposite side, so you excel in aerial combat, and then frost form would be the opposite of flame, so you take less damage but you deal less damage unless the enemy is frozen. So your goal in frost form is to keep enemies frozen so you deal more damage to them because they're frozen. Which all of that, nothing set in stone. That's just what we got right now. Also, this alternate attack colors. This is something we was also playing around with. I don't think they're in the chat right now, but they were looking up hex codes for colors, and they found colors that contrasted Zero's suit, his armor. So the blade trails contrast the form, and I thought that was pretty cool. Except for Thunder. Thunder looks exactly the same. I think Wind was yellow or blue, sorry. Frost, though. This crimson red when he swings in Frost form, I think that's kind of sick. How are you? Oh, what up, Majima? It's Goro Majima. Where's he gonna pop out from this time? What's up? I'm all right. Late start to the stream today, so I don't really have much time. Right now we're kind of just playing around with some combos before I try to tweak some stuff. I am extremely bad at air fights. I should make some kick to play weird for. And that's the thing. My goal here with the combat system is to give everything a purpose. And sure, situationally, some forms would be better than other forms, but that doesn't mean those forms won't be viable in those situations. How did that whiff, Zero? There's another combo. I think it starts fire. Yeah, I already messed it up. I was supposed to switch to the shield. I was supposed to switch to the shield and thunder, actually. And I wasn't supposed to do that. I was supposed to do... Oh, because it's bugged. That's why. Yeah. All right. Let's try this again. Thunder, shield. Wasn't supposed to finish the combo. I'm gonna win. Jump, then thunder, then this. And then from here, you switch to this. So you do this combo. Then to ice. This, flame, chain, that, this, and then the end. It's a very long combo. It's a combination of two combos that the chat helped me come up with one stream. Try to do the whole thing. And it also shows what I was talking about earlier, where the form change wheel and the weapon change wheel kind of messes with the flow. I'm digging the alt frost color, right? Oh, cool, man. Ask something real quick. Won't take long. Oh, go ahead. Feel free. I almost forgot. Will you add an auto charge chip like Mega Man 03, favorite chip in the game? After Ultimate Foot chip, of course. So when it comes to the chips, right? I didn't intend on adding the ones I have now. So the plan is, if I do add more of the other chips, they'll act as perks of these chips. So for example, the wind chip, right? So technically he didn't even have a wind chip in the original game, but the double jump is on this one. And I don't have any issue adding other features from those other chips to the rest of them. As far as auto charge goes, technically the way his charge attack works, it's the last attack. Matter of fact, let me switch to this. So it's the last hit in the string. That's the charge attack. And you can press and hold the attack button and he'll just do it. So he doesn't necessarily charge it like he does in the original game. The only thing he actually charges is the buster. Whoops. It's only orange right now because there's a it's a running joke with the chat about because of the placeholder I have for the charge shot. It's just a spear. It's just a spear. I don't have the actual asset that I want to use for this yet. So they said Zero is shooting orange beans at people. So we just roll with it. Let me try this combo again. Win this. Detonate, double jump, thunder. I forgot to switch. There it is. Uh-oh, my laptop's losing it. I whiffed, and I still managed to catch him. Hitboxes need some tweaking. I love the whole Kingdom Hearts 3 mechanics. Looks hella sick. Yep. So Kingdom Hearts 3, Metal Gear Rising, Devil May Cry, and PSO2, NGS, they all play some inspiration with the combat. I like seeing it on screen in a fight. Oh, the swing effects. Yeah. I hope this will change. I need double jump. It will only be sad. only way to use double jump is the 4 you're bad at. X shoots lemons. 0 lemons. Question, Eagle. Did you watch Sequelitis? Because that's when I started calling it lemons for X. Zero decided he wants to shoot a different citrus fruit. I want to be a game dev, but here's the thing. I'm 21 years old. I have zero experience in all this. I want to learn programming, 3D modeling, animation, sound effect. But I'm kind of struggling. I don't know where to start. All right. So first and foremost, age. Never too late to start. So let's knock that one out now. Don't even equate age into it. As far as where to start though, that varies. So you mentioned a lot of things you want to learn to do. So you got programming, 3D modeling, animation, sound, level design. All of those are completely different skill sets. And they each are going to require, a lot of time put in to learn them. So choose which one you want. Like, which one do you want to do first? Like, which one is the one that you want to, I guess, specialize in? At the same time, a game developer has to wear different hats. So you need to know something about all of them. And be able to, at least know the basics in all of them. Same in my case. I picked up programming first. I'm slowly learning other skills like 3D modeling, animation. Level design is something I need to pick up. But I chose to start with programming first. So once you decide on which one you want to pick up first, the next thing to decide is which engine do you want to use? And do you want to use Unreal? Do you want to use Unity, Godot? Um, and once you decide on the engine, find some tutorials and read some documentation on learning that engine first. So like the UI. How do you make a new project? Where do you go in there to change some settings for the project? How do you add, how do you import assets into the engine? So get familiar with the engine after that. And then this part kind of varies depending on who you ask. For me personally, once I kind of got used to Unity, I started doing some very simple tutorials, like how to do a third person movement system, how to do a first person camera system, how to do platformer. And then I started trying to replicate simple games. Like I tried to recreate Pac-Man, recreate the first level from Mario, really simple stuff, because you want to kind of start to build up that skill set in the basics. So when you get into more niche mechanics, even if you can't find resources on how to do those mechanics, you'll have the building blocks where you can kind of figure it out yourself. That's where I'm at with this project. The combat system isn't anything I could find, like a tutorial per se. It's all stuff that I've done before, and I'm kind of just stacking them onto each other, if that makes sense. So yeah, start simple, and most importantly, give yourself time. Like, be patient. Game design, you're gonna run into problems. You're not gonna get things right in the first try, and it's easy to become, frustrated, a little discouraged. It happens. Even for me, I've been doing this for what? I started using Unity in 2013, and even now, I still run into some issues, things I don't know how to do, things that look like they should work and they don't. It's gonna happen, and it's important that when those things happen, you kind of give yourself some time to. Let me switch up the song real quick, because YouTube is funny about music with lyrics. But yeah, when those issues arise, yes, you're gonna get frustrated, but give yourself some time to figure it out. You say you want to use Unity. Yeah, Unity's not bad. And that's nothing against Unreal Engine. Because I know people who they picked up Unreal Engine first, and they said Unity is confusing to them, and vice versa, myself included. I picked up Unity first, and Unreal is a bit confusing to me. I'm making a tabletop RPG for my friends IRL. Inspired by Mega Man Zero. Please wish some luck and inspiration. I really Squirrel need that. Squirrely need that. That sounds awesome. I want to get into tabletop RPGs. But yeah, that sounds really awesome. And I might check that out. But yeah, I want to stay up to date on that. But yeah, you got it, Squirrel Girl. It's gonna be great. But yeah, Majima, I hope what I said kind of helped you figure things out. Thanks, Keely. I should have studied this during the pandemic. My life is so complicated. Yeah, life do be lifing. I understand that entirely, man. 100%. I have 3 players, so no one can play as 0. It would be unfair. Whoa, that was weird. I want to make a turn-based, very similar to Final Fantasy X. It's like one of my favorites. Oh yeah, 10 was fun. I enjoyed 10. Um, I I want to make a turn-based, but in the style of Legend of Dragoon. I love that game. Um, I've only tried to make a turn-based once. Um, I think that could be a cool place, like a nice place to kind of get your bearings. Um, it takes baby steps, right? Yeah, it does. Like you want to 100%. You want to learn the basics of the engine. So learn the basics of Unity first before you try to jump in and do your dream game. Start with the basics. But as far as I guess like a combat system goes, for me personally, turn based um gives you a lot of freedom to the type of things you can do because there aren't that many unknown variables that could pop up. Like with like a real time system, there's for one thing physics. Like with the hitboxes, sometimes these attacks whiff, sometimes zero is too far away for the follow up. It's a lot of unknown variables. Turn bases, that's not really something you have to worry about. So I say go for it. I say go for it. That could be great. Shane and X, I didn't have every character in it, like no February or Prometheus, and that is the issue that I have with the models. I'm still waiting to hear back from can't think of the name. There is someone online who has the Fafnir and was it Phantom models that I need. Waiting to hear back. But yeah, Majima, baby steps. At the same time, since you kind of know the type of game you want to make, you can kind of find tutorials and beginner level things related to that to help you build up to that project. Someone had mentioned something else. Lemon Arm, Lemon Arm Cannon was the weapon that defeated Sig with social respect. And Sequelize is a frequently quoted video in my circles. Yeah, that is hilarious. Sequelize is, I wish he would make more. I wish Aaron Eagle Raptor Hansen would make more of them. But he, as funny, like, as humorous as it was, he made some solid points in those videos when it came to game design. And the one that stuck with me the most that was about the Mega Man games was players don't want to be told they're a badass. Players just want to be a badass. And I feel like that relates back to my whole thing about game feel. Like if the game, you as the player, like the game needs to feel good to play. If it doesn't feel good to play, doesn't matter how great the graphics are. If it doesn't feel good to play, I'm not going to play it. Plain and simple. But where do I start? Like the website for programming. All right, so I used YouTube a lot. There are some online tutorial sites like was it Udemy? That's a good one. Unity has their own official tutorials. I haven't checked there recently though, so I don't know exactly what they have up there now. YouTube was my go-to. Like I'll just go to YouTube and type in like Unity platform tutorial, Unity FPS tutorial. And something you have to be aware of, not necessarily a bad thing, it's more of, just be conscious of this, is that all developers do things differently when it comes to certain mechanics, because there's more than one way to achieve a mechanic. So if you go to one tutorial for like a third person movement system, and then you go to another tutorial for a third person movement system, that second person is probably going to get the exact same result, but a different way. And eventually you'll, like, with enough practice, you'll kind of become comfortable with methods that work better for you. and that's going to become your style of programming. But for right now, just experiment, try, different things, try different methods. And that confidence will come with practice. So as far as if I had to name like an exact spot to start, YouTube is free. I would go with YouTube to start things off instead of going for like paid tutorials and all that. Go to YouTube. Matter of fact, I think there's like a 2-hour stream someone had done where they just cover like all the basic stuff of Unity. I have to search for that again. But yeah, it was like a full stream where they just did like they covered all the bases of Unity, which was really cool. Trizzy, what up, bro? Zero, not zero. Oh, Zio. Oh no, you meant zero. Yeah, I caught that. How the bosses transform into like the human boss form. Isn't that beta or early alpha version of bottom metal? I never thought of that. Technically, you could say that it is, yeah. Like when they're not in their boss form, that's how they actually look. And then the boss form could be the biometal. That's actually pretty dope. At this event, so I can't stay so long. No problem. Fitz, what up? Yeah, the OGs are back. Yeah. I want to listen to this, but YouTube is funny about lyrics. There's an instrumental here somewhere. FYI, I added more Sonic music to the playlist. Yeah. OGs are back since the first stream. But yeah, for those just hopping in, I haven't actually gotten into what I wanted to try yet. I've just been kind of chatting, throwing some combos out. But I'm gonna try to. I'll probably go ahead and start. I want to try to shorten this. Well, not shorten the animation, but shorten the time stop and add a hitbox to it. Biometals are tiny and gain more size heads of characters that allow you to take on the custom abilities. Yeah. Squirrel Girl had a theory about that. With the bosses from 03, when they aren't in boss form, they kind of just have the little cloaks on and all that. Like that's their actual form, and then the biometal is what turns them into the boss form, like an early version of biometal. I kind of like that theory. See, all right, thanks, Healy. I'm gonna set it now. Have a great stream, dude. I appreciate it, and best of luck. I have a Discord. The link should be in the description. Where there are other devs in that Discord, and the whole purpose of it is for us devs or newcomers, people who want to become devs, to have a place where they can reach out, ask for tips, show off your projects. So if you want to hop in over there, we'd be happy to have you. Why is ice on the one with sound? Because the particle effect that I used for it, I copied from not that. I copied from this. Zero, I need you to change forms, my guy. There you go. It came from this. And I just copied the particle effect over and tweaked it a little bit. So that's why it's the only one with the sound. I need to add some sounds to it. Speaking of biometal, I'm thinking of making Fitz use custom biometals in the Ben 10 universe. But I've already said to a friend that I'm making him too much like Sparta from DMC. And I feel like I'd be going back on my word. I mean, I get where you're coming from. Uh, but I say, for the sake of, you know, getting some practice, um, you know, flexing your game development muscles, I say it wouldn't hurt just to, you know, even if it's not final for that project, just trying it out anyway, just to see what it would be like. And in that way, when you do work on a project that has that mechanic, you'll already have done it, and that'll make it easier that time around. The time has come, and so have I. I laughed last because you gave the dodge damage but oh wait, are you the lyrics? But the important question is, uh, will the emos return? Oh, you mean these? You mean these? Wait for it. All right, Zero, you off rip, scene reloaded, and you just came out swinging. Chill, relax. To all these, uh, I think yeah, during the TikTok stream last weekend, I said if the people want it, I'll chill out. If the people want it, I'll leave it in there. guys, can we talk about this? Apparently not. Anyway. All right, guys, I need you guys to split up. Break it up. Love the dance animation. Yeah. So those animations weren't intended for Zero. The character that was in this project before Zero was I call her Sam. Because this project was originally just a sandbox where I tried to replicate mechanics from other games, and then it turned into the Zero project. So Sam was originally the one dancing, and I just left it in there for Zero. But it is funny to see Zero dancing. I'm thinking of remaking the biometals you get as Easter eggs. Like after you beat the main story, you get access to them. That'd be cool. Add some replayability. Shudo, what's up? Welcome in. All right, let's I think I've labbed enough for right now. Let's tweak this animation. Which honestly, it doesn't take much for this particular thing, because the whole time stop thing when he changes forms is all tied to an animation event. So I just need to move that frame. Whoa, I don't need that. Let's see. I think I called it change. What was it? Element change. Is it a special? Oh, it is a special. All right. Element change. So right here is where the lights cut back on, the time resumes normal speed. I'm gonna put it here, like right here instead, and this will be where the hitbox will be on this frame. So let's move that back here, and I'll do the same thing for the air one. Whoops, I need to get a new mouse. It's doing this weird thing where it double clicks and I only click once. right there. All right, so first, let's check that. Been a while since I saw a stream. It's been a minute since I've actually done one on YouTube. So I did one or two on Twitch, and then you guys need to get along. I did one or two on Twitch, and I did 2 on TikTok. But I didn't actually do any dev work. It was just like a lab session. All right. So it's a lot shorter. Honestly, kind of dig it. But now the new issue is, and I'll put this guy in the air just to show it. The new issue is this. Oh wait, time didn't resume. Oh, because wait. Any doppel progress? Not yet. I'm still trying to figure out how I want to do it. Cause I know we threw some ideas around the last dev stream. Yeah, it's unintentional friendly fire. Just in case my English is still horrible, I'm working on it. If I write something squirrely, please forgive me. You're good, squirrel girl. You're fine. Yeah, I hadn't been watching out for your channel for a bit myself. Didn't mean to make you self-conscious about stream. Oh no. The reason why I haven't is because of work. That's the main reason. Work and life. Django, what up, bro? What ideas have you been conjuring? So the idea that's in the forefront right now is Twin Dream, when he has the clone that copies all of his movements and his attacks. But I have to figure out how to make it work in a way that doesn't disrupt his combo. Like if he's in the middle of trying to do a combo and then the clone is copying his moves and hits the enemy might fly too far away or up too high for zero, like you to be able to follow up with your own combo. And one idea was just to take away, like just to let the clone's hitbox would just do damage and it wouldn't do any like physics based damage. Like it wouldn't push him back, wouldn't pop the enemy up, it would just hit him. That's one idea. And I'll probably test that idea first. What's good, my guy? How are you today? I'm good, man. I'm good. Started later than expected, so I'm gonna try this out, and then we'll probably wrap up. But I had to help someone with the computer issue, like DMC's Dante and Virgil Doppels. I tell the enemy to get his act together back there. Iris, another is 100% non-canon, right? Iris, another. Is it? I don't know. X5 isn't canon. Yeah, that's true. It is not. Also maybe make it so an enemy can only get affected by one of their 4 suppliers. Yeah. That's a good idea. So yeah, I'll probably try that method first. Oh, the whole time thing. I thought the time was tied to that animation event, but apparently it's not. Oh, never mind. I remember because we fixed it. We fixed it on stream, and it wasn't tied to it. It's tied to because remember we took there were too many scripts that were trying to fight for which one had control over Unity's time scale, and we put it all in one script. That's what's doing it. Yeah. Yep. Because we disabled, well, we commented this line out and only handles the light. Yep. Yep. Which means I think I put it on game core. Yeah. So there is a model. I found one. I haven't gotten it yet, but there is one available that exists, and it's the same model as the one I'm using. They just modified it, which works great because that means it'll be easy to rig. Mythos Zero is the one that's the challenge. I like how you made a combat with Knuckles in one of your previous videos. Nice hand-to-hand combat, great impact feels, and had awesome effects. I appreciate it. Yeah, I want to make the Z Knuckle feel a bit more dynamic. So I'm gonna be swapping out some of the animations. And I want the hits to have more of a crunch to it, like Tekken. Matter of fact, think if any of you play Final Fantasy VII Remake, I want Zero with the Z Knuckle to play like Tifa does in that game. That's what I want the Z Knuckle to be like. Because Tifa was fun to play. All right, so this is what's doing the whole time thing for the element change, but it's lasting the whole animation because of this line here. So I need to add another check. And I'm not sure. Never mind. I think I got an idea. So many tabs. It's not up here. Yeah, it's not up here. Oh, never mind. There it is. Speaking of Tekken, I got back into Tekken 8, started floor with Yoshi. I haven't played a fighting game in so long, man. And I want to play Tekken 8. I'll probably pick that one up first. And then Mortal Kombat's adding Ghostface. So I may pick up Mortal Kombat. But I gotta pick up Tekken first. Because out of the three, Mortal Kombat, Tekken, and Street Fighter, Tekken's my favorite. All right, I can add a like extra settings. Just throw another variable in here. Public build or float. Let's go float. Who do you main? So when I used to play Tekken heavy, I played Steve and what's the guy's name? The Russian guy, the Russian grappler. I can't think of his name. He got like a scar on his lip. Dragonov. Yeah, I play him. Him and Steve. And then I had tried picking up Heihachi, Lars, and oh, how did I forget about Lily? Lily and Steve were my mains. And then I tried to and then I picked up Dragonov and then tried to play Heihachi. I didn't even touch Jin or Kazuya. Yoshi, I couldn't get good with Yoshi. I tried. Raven was fun, but I didn't main him. I would play Eddie if I got tired of other people playing Eddie. Or Christy. How crazy would a game with popular fighting game mechanics be like? I think that's chaotic. It would. Funny thing that I played Swordcraft Story 1 that day, and I hate a knuckle-based character for fights. It was dynamic, but I saw your video and understood that that game was not really dynamic. Really? Might have to look at that. Because the Z Knuckle in this game was originally more inspired by the Knuckle weapon from PSO2. But, you know, Dante with his gauntlets, that's something that I might start pulling more from, as well as how Tifa played in Rebirth or Remake. Close to finishing Rebirth, chapter 13, after beating President Sherman. That's where I'm at. In Rebirth. That's where I'm at. Am I at 13? I'm in 12 or 13. Because I did fight Shinra. And then I started doing side stuff. Like I just wrapped up the whole Queen's Blood thing. Queen's Blood, I love Queen's Blood. They need to go ahead and release a standalone Queen's Blood. We'll call it element change time allow time. I guess we'll just call it that. Duo, what's good? No, I meant that Swordcraft Story was not dynamic. I don't understand what it feels, what it means. Oh. Okay. Okay, so you're saying you don't understand like what dynamic means? I've lived on the rock. I haven't played games that everyone agrees are good. So, all right, I'm a little bit in the same boat as you. All I've really been playing is Apex with a little bit of PSO2 thrown in there and Final Fantasy 7. There's a lot of games on my backlog I need to go back and play. Like I never played Hard Wars Legacy. I didn't play Stellar Blade. Haven't played Wukong. Didn't finish Elden Ring. It's like my backlog is crazy. God of War, Valhalla, didn't touch that. And it's like I didn't play him not because I didn't want to play him, because I do want to play him. Like Final Fantasy 16. It's like I just didn't take the time to play him. Yeah, you did, Django. You did tell me to play Elden Ring, and I do need to go and play it. It's just my whole thing. We talked about it. My whole thing is I know because I played Souls games, and then now it's a Souls game that's open world, and I know how I get with open world games, and I'm gonna spend so much time playing that game that everything is gonna get neglected. I'm going to run after everything that looks shiny. Say, oh, what's that over there? And I'm gonna forget whatever quest I was on just to go and see what this shiny thing was beside this tree. like James Woods in Family Guy. Oh, piece of candy. Oh, piece of candy. Ooh, piece of candy. This is the best part. You're right. You're right. No, it's more like I played that game and I thought that dynamic is that. Oh, gotcha. I see what you're saying now, Squirrel Girl. All right, what do I want to put this? So basically, I'm adding a way for the attack script. So all of Zero's attack animations and certain other ones, they have this code on it. So I can, they're basically settings for that animation. That's what this is. So this is going to let me check basically what frame this animation is on. And if it's past a certain frame, time will go back to normal during his animation change or his element change animation. I'm just trying to figure out where do I want to put it. And I'll probably just put it at the top, like right here. Make a copy of this. Yeah. This is for element change animation only. Damn it. Music has lyrics. Sonic Adventure 2 has some bangers though. Make a copy like copy X. I see what you did there. I feel like speaking of copy X, like as a child, right? I guess a child. I forgot how old I was when I played the Zero series. I was in high school, teenager. But still, going from playing the X games to playing the Zero games and seeing Copy X in there, and he ends up being a villain. It blew my mind back then. Like, no, that's Mega Man. Why I gotta fight Mega Man? It was a cool moment. Is what I'm saying. So this, if this is greater than this, or better yet, I don't think I need to put it here. I can make just make a let me go way down here. Let's make it a function. Mm, yeah. Uh, element change animation past. This is gonna be a long name. Past time. Resumed. I can't spell. Resume time. Can resume time. There we go. And then we'll do this. So if normalized time. Oh wait, but I can't call state info here though, because state info only exists up here. All right. We'll just put it back. I'll just add the boolean. I'll just do that. I'll just throw this right here. Element change. Change can resume time. We'll start that false. And then we'll put this back here. So if state info normalized time is past element change time, meaning the animation has hit that frame where I want time to resume, or has passed that frame where I want time to resume, then we'll do this. Set this to true. Otherwise, It's false. And then what we can do from here is hop back over to, I'm just going to take the fast route to get to it because I don't see it because there's too many tabs open. Was it a game manager? It wasn't. It's right here. By the way, just got to say, seeing you work on a Zero fan game here gives me motivation to keep working on my own side projects on the dough. Thanks, man. No, thank you. Appreciate you being here. And yeah, man, it's we as devs, we gotta push each other forward, man. Because I talked about this on one stream. When I first got into it and I was trying to find, you know, some help from other devs, it was just toxic. So trying to build a community of devs who, you know, uplift each other. But yeah, you might have to give me some tips on Godot. I don't know how to use it. But definitely looking forward to seeing what you're working on. If you're not in the Discord, the link is in the descriptions if you ever want to show us some of the stuff you're working on. We love to see it. There we go. Hit me up in time for the dough. Bet. Though it's not much right now. It's all good. That's the fun part. Seeing, you know, the early stages. All right, this should do it. This should have time resume. Probably why. Oh, I'm glad the X wasn't a boss. Look, if you guys can't get along, I don't want to fight or kill X. This is the reason why I always cry to Edgar 03. Yeah, but you gotta remind yourself it wasn't actually him. It wasn't our boy. It was a cheap imitation. A faker, as Shadow would put it. Or was it Sonic that called Shadow the faker? Now I'm getting my things mixed up. It was Sonic that called Shadow the faker, right? Probably why the X FPS didn't release either. There was an X FPS? What? Why am I just now hearing about this? I switched to Unity because of you. I used the party macro game as base. Now my kart race is further along. That's awesome. Oh, Sonic says it. Okay. I found you, faker. He said that at the end of the first level, right? Right before you was it? Like right after you beat the boss and he runs into shadow at the end of the first level? Isn't that where he says it? Or is it when he runs into shadow before their fight in the jungle? I'm mad I remember so much about that game but can't remember the dialogue. Think you're the fake Repload around here. There's a trailer for that canceled game. Oh, okay. And I might have seen it a while back and just forgot about it. It was going to be a trilogy. Plan for X to become the boss of the final game. Oh. After Metal Harbor fighting the jungle? Gotcha. Oh, it's the city scene? Yeah, it wouldn't make sense for him to say it at the end of the first level because that's their first meeting. So yeah, he wouldn't say it there. It's part of the jungle. I said parting. I meant carting. Oh no, I caught it. I when I read through it, I didn't even recognize you said parting. I kind of meant you meant carting because you said kart racer right at the end of it. That's awesome though. I had to play a good racing game. I think I had missed another message somewhere. Oh no, never mind, never mind. I see it. Say something, you fake hedgehog. Okay, gotcha. I think that Copy X would develop his own identity and gain his own power. Actually, I use Copy X as APC for my table RPG. When he rejected being Copy X and became a, yeah. So I think as far as Copy X's character goes, I do like that about him. He didn't accept the fact that you're not the original. Uh, and he was trying to be more than he wanted to be more than like, oh, you're the backup, Mega Man. But his pride led to his downfall. His hubris, hubris was to blame. All right, so let's see if the time works. I didn't hit the button. Still doesn't. Oh, because I have to. Let's make sure. All right. So if he's doing element change and this is true, this needs to be false. All right. Yeah. That is not an exclamation mark. You said you had a Discord. Yeah. There should be a link tree. Link in the description. You can just follow that. It has all my socials up there, and I think the Discord is the one at the bottom. The only problem I have is I have no idea what name he gave himself if he reject the name X. Oh, he can give himself. Right, because you look like X, so we're gonna call you X. What do you want to be called? Y? Because Z is taken. And we can't call him W because he took an L. I think that worked. Oh, now the whole animation is I need time to stop at least for the beginning part. Honestly, they float long enough where I might not have to worry about it. Okay. But I think I have an idea of what's happening now. So when it goes into the animation, this is false, which it needs to be false for time scale to be 0. Which means it's being set to true too early. And I know why, because I didn't actually put a time on the animation. It should be 0 right now. Yep. So I need to find the frame. Need to find the frame. And I will stretch this so you can see what I'm doing. So I'm looking right here. And I think I've shown this before. So there's a percentage from start to finish of the animation, and I'm looking for which percentage is maybe that. Let's go. Matter of fact, I can just look down here. Hold on. Element change. It's on frame 21. 21? Frame 21 is 35.5% through the whole animation. So that's what I'm looking for, 35.5. So that's 0.355. I also have to put it on the other one. Okay. Now we're good. Let's see. X Chi. X is the Roman number for 10, so maybe we call him 11. X squared. Stop hitting me. I'm gonna grab some pop out. I'll be back. All right, duo. Guess who said that line? I always hated you, Storm Eagle. You and that smug face of yours. Did Copy X say that? Call him X again. Still didn't do it. Hope he did. All right, you next. All right. So I feel like this is right. So as long as this is false, time scale to 0. So I feel like that's right. The other one to check would be, we'll be back on this script. So as long as it's greater than that, this is true, otherwise it's false. But for some reason, it's always being true, is what I'm guessing. Ego X, that's a perfect one. The big Getty star. Your name would be the Chief Death. The big Serengeti star ain't no one's fool. And this is 0.355. Hmm. Hmm. 0.355. I feel like this is fine too. This is just an if else. If normalized time is greater than 0.355, we set it to true. Otherwise, we set it to false. And as long as it's false, time scale is 0. Syndrome. That'd be kind of cool. His own identity. Can't believe this game is giving energy cues when I'm at 1 HP. This feels like a non-issue. It's something simple that I'm overlooking. There is info from Megman03 that 60% of all humans and 90% of all reports died in the Elf Wars. I am afraid that this was the tragic fate of Alias, Sickness Layer, Axel, and others. Yeah. Sad to say, it might be. Also, could you imagine a game that took place during that? Like during the Elf Wars? That would be crazy. And now I think I have an idea of the lore for this game. But it wouldn't make much sense though. Because I'm putting the Guardians in here and Zero doesn't meet the Guardians until 01, I think. And Elf Wars 0 isn't this model. So yeah, right? It'd be crazy. Elf Wars Mega Man 0. Pretty sure Elf Wars 0 is concept art of Omega. Or concept art of Omega. Yeah, because didn't Zero and X get sleeker bodies during the Elf Wars? Sonic Racing. I want to hear that too, but lyrics. All right. So I think that's why the concept art of Omega was like the sleeker Zero. We'll be strong enough to play Elf Wars game. I would cry more than play. I can accept that characters I like so much die. So yeah, like now I really now I really want that. I'll be right back. All right, Fitz. Now I really want an Elf Wars Mega Man game. Like that would be crazy. Like not even from a gameplay perspective, just the story itself. I feel like this is right. For some, I need to check. I need to check. I need to do this. Let's try that again. Keyword log. Let's see. Changing element or change element. I need to see when this happens. I missed the word not. No, I understood. I understood. All right, so I need to watch the console. So it literally only happens for one frame. Because and I say that because they only called this once. And now it's not even calling. Okay. What is this? What is this? Oh, no one cares about that. That's not related. It called it one time and it's not calling it again. That's interesting. Oh, I need to take that off. When I reworked the lock on system for the camera, I got some leftover debug in here. It's basically checking when there's a list and it checks which enemies are on screen. So if I look away, it says remove. If I look back, it'll add them. That's why you keep saying added and removed down there. But what I'm looking for is for it to say change element, and it's not. It said it one time and it's not saying it anymore. So I'm curious if wait. It's not working because is it something else I forgot that we did during that stream? Is element change in the full body layer? Non-issue. It was something simple and I was overlooking it. So basically, I was changing the values on the wrong animation states. Zero had a weird, his element change animation was looking kind of janky in the air. So we were experimenting with ways to fix it. And one way to fix it was to just, instead of having it be split between these two layers, we put it on one layer. I need to delete those states. All right, I think we're good. Let me go and put it. I just need to go here and put 0.355 here. Put 0.355 here. All right, here we go. Let's see. Funny thing, there's a mod that gives X-Dive offline Marino a skin of Squirrel Girl from Marvel Comics. Too bad I don't like playing Marvel. I'm gonna have to split y'all up. Y'all cannot get along. Zero. Just relax. Everybody, chill out. All right. We'll test it on this one. There it is. Now, the new issue is I need to keep the enemy in the air with zero because time resumes and the enemy starts falling before you get control back of zero. So the enemy needs to get popped up in the air. At least a little bit. Like not a lot, just enough to keep them up there with you. Because if I, like, matter of fact, let me do this. I'm going to try to follow up. I mean, I caught him that time, but I don't feel like it's going to always be the case. Right there. That's a good example. Can I keep him up here? No. All right. So yeah, it's not always going to be the case. I feel like the time is going to be messed up for stuff like this. Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah. Can't get a lot of follow-ups. mean, granted, in that situation, the enemy was too far away for a pop up to work anyway. What about what's that other combo? Nah, I can still catch that one. All right, let's add the hitbox. So what did Chappie do? he's our unpaid intern. Let's see. But as he was going through story, he would take more damage, and parts would be replaced to the point that by 02, he would have MZ design. Oh, I had an idea at some point regarding Zero's design. I called it a fan fiction, but basically he woke up. He woke up by Seal. Well, got woke up by Seal, and he looks like X Zero. All right, so OG Zero. And then as he went through the store, he took more damage, parts got replaced, and then he ends up with the sleeker design as a hodgepodge replacement parts given to him by the resistance who don't have resources to repair him. I like that idea. I like that. Was base in next dive? Yeah, he was. I've seen the model. Sweet Spanish almonds, I have to go. Sweet Spanish almonds, I have to go. All right, no problems. Nice to you all, friends. Good luck. I'm glad to spend some time here. It was nice. Thank you, Toodles. Appreciate you being here, Squirrel Girl. Hope everything's all right. I hope you have a great weekend. And I'm gonna follow you back after this. All right, hitbox time. So I have two options here. I can add a new hitbox object to 0, or I can just use the cube that's on him. I feel like a spear would make more sense. So we need it's in here. I'm gonna dupe you. Special hitbox. Okay. I'm gonna call you Spear. Hitbox. Hitbox. Spear collider. Come on, come on, come on, come on. All right, so this needs to be a trigger. Everything else can stay like it is. Don't need you. Put this right there. Leave that 0. No, you can't slice. No hit effect type. Launch force is what we need to change, but we'll do that in the animation. And where is? Oh yeah, on the ground it would be weird. I don't know. We'll figure it out. I'm thinking too far ahead. So right here. I put it right there. Maybe like that. I don't think I've ever shown my process of handling hitboxes on stream. Also, my mouse double clicked and messed me up. I think that's enough range. So no damage, no knockback, no hit stop. As far as how much it launches, that's the real question. Try 3. No hit effect. No hit well, for right now, no hit physics. Don't need that, don't need that, don't need that. Yeah. All right. And what I'm gonna do is, for right now, let's just test it. Group of people. Ow. That did nothing. Let's check. So the hitbox is enabled. What if? Oh, I do need to change his physics type. I need to change that to 1. Because 0 was just like a special case for certain hitboxes that need to hit the enemy just to like hit confirm, basically. 1 is like a regular hit, just like a flinch, basically. So that does need to be 1. Let's go ahead and test that. Group of people. Uh-oh. There we go. So 3 is too much. But you can use it as a launcher, and that's kind of cool. Not mad at that, but in the air, that's gonna absolutely mess up your air combo. So let's. Honestly, I think I just need to change to like 1. Chart 1. Or since it's 2 separate animations, the ground one could be the pop-up, and the air one I could reduce the launch with a launch force, and it won't pop them up as high. We have that option. Wait, too early. Whoops. And you could technically still use it as a launcher. New combo routes. What happens if I try to change during why don't I just do this? What if I try to change, like, not here? I need to jump cancel and then change. Okay, so they're just far enough where they don't get hit by it. That's fine. But it does mean I can't use. That was weird. Hold on. I'm fine with that though. I do like that. I like the catch. But it whiffs sometimes. That's a little weird. Yeah, it whiffs sometimes. It's a little weird. But I do think the catch is kind of cool. I think I'm starting to see a pattern. It's gonna whiff on this next one. Oh, it didn't. Now it's gonna whiff. No. All right, never mind. No pattern. It's random. All right. I think to fix the whiff, I probably just increase the radius on it. How soon can I follow it up? Let me try it again. Is that a double backflip? Wait a minute. Found a bug? Question mark. Uh-oh. He about to hit him hard. Dang, he really about to rock my shit. So weird. Yeah, I think he's slight, like just enough out of range for that. I think that's what's happening. I think I like it. I think I like the faster change. I might try to shorten the animation a little bit or speed up the ending of it as long as it doesn't look too janky. But the real question is, how is it going to function in the air? That's the big part. Maybe make AOE for wind slightly wider. Yeah, this the hitbox. Yeah, it's the same hitbox for every element because it's the same animation. But yeah, I am gonna make this hitbox bigger. Doing that right now. Right. Oops. Right here. Let's increase radius. It doesn't need to be too much. 0.6. Also, it doesn't need the hitbox doesn't need to be active for the whole animation, like for that part. So I think I'll leave it. Let's see, 1 frame, 2 frames, 3 frames, 4 frames. Let's do. It doesn't need to linger too much. Let's do 5-ish, 4 or 5 frames for good measure. Because it's also important that it hits. And it's important that this hitbox registers after time resumes. So technically, I need to push it frame after frame 21. Technically. But it's been working. So I think, like I said, I think the reason why it was whiffing was because it just wasn't big enough. Let's see if it still whiffs. Zero had a Broly boost. Would the Zero have someone voice him, or you're fine just do clips? Right now, it's just gonna be clips. Because I'm still trying to figure out how much narrative am I actually gonna put into this. So until I figure out, you know, what is the narrative of this game gonna be, it's just gonna be clips. All right, that one connected. That one connected. That one connected. All right, I think we're good. I think it was just because the hitbox was too small. Also, this juggle. Welcome back, Fitz. All right. I don't think that whiffed. I think he was actually just too far away. So I don't think the hitbox went through him. He was literally just too far away. But it's looking like we're good. I'm fine with that. Yeah, it's still whiff. Yeah, you're right. You're right. That is the definition of a whiff. It whiffed through the distance. That definitely whiffed. But it doesn't happen as often. Like before, it was like every other hitbox didn't connect. So I am fine with this. Now the real question is, how does this work with the air one? So let's set that up. Just to make sure that the hitbox is the exact same on that frame. I'm going to copy you. 0.611. Cool. All right. That, paste this. 0.611. All right, let's see it. With tints. Did you ever think about what Zero and the Guardians would look like with face plates? Also, if you had a stop. If you had a biometal, who would you want it to be based off of? Options: Zero, X, Omega, Royal Leviathan, Phantom, Fafnir, Axel. Oh, wow. See, I want to fly, so I'm going Hakuya. I like the dual blades, and I want to be able to fly. Is that based? All right. And I can't tell if that connected or not. It did not connect. All right. Let's see what's happening. Oops. Gotta make sure I catch the game. All right. So let's see what's happening. So I'm waiting to see if this toggles on. Should be about to. It is not. Okay, so the hitbox didn't even toggle on. So let's figure out what's happening there. It's in this animation. Oh. I know why. I didn't tell it to toggle on. I forgot to click the button. Frame 21. I forgot to click this. So easy to overlook small stuff. I forgot about Mega Man Steel. Was it canceled? I don't know. I feel like it would be Zero or Omega since you're the Mega Man Zero fan game guy. at least my knowledge. I don't know if there's any other notable content Mega Man Zero fan guy. I appreciate it. Zero, if it wasn't for the fact that I want to fly, I would have picked Zero. Zero or Omega. But as far as other Mega Man Zero fan games, there is a 2D one. And then I remember way back, like 2 years ago, there was a 3D one someone was working on. But I haven't seen anything about it though since then. So I don't know if they're still working on it. We give you recoil ride with the ability. All right, you got a deal. What if by the power of plot armor / rewriter, Model W didn't corrupt you? By the power of plot. Maybe. I'd say yeah. Because then you have a lot of power. Yeah. It hit him. It hit him. You can really tell with this one. Hold on. Yeah, it hit him. It just doesn't pop him up high enough. Yeah, it hit him. It just didn't pop up high enough. But the problem is you have to find a balance because in that situation, like in this situation, he's lower than me. But in a situation where we're the same height, it works. Yeah, in a situation where we're the same height, it works. But in a situation where he's lower than me, it doesn't work. And it's partially because the hitbox from the element change. So I'll use Reunion for example. So the last hit, well, all 3 hits have some launch force, but the way hitbox is set up, or the way hit detection is set up, every hit that has some type of physics element to it, it overwrites the previous one that had physics to it. So if one hits him and has a launch force of 5, and another one hits him immediately after that has a launch force of 2, it doesn't take that 2 and stack it on top of the 5. It overwrites the 5 with the 2. So what's happening is the enemy isn't floating all the way up because that last hitbox from this is stopping him from flying up. So I may have to look back into how hit detection handles physics. Because now I can't do combos like this one. Can't do that one anymore. And I technically could if I waited. Like, hold on. Like here. Now I can do it. Almost. I was a little late on it. Also, I think I'm going to add some camera shake to this. But anyway. No, that's too early. Yeah. Maybe this one? Nah. I may have to either speed up the ending of that animation or let you cancel out of it past a certain frame. Albert. What I miss? Also, when are we getting ZXA playthrough streams? I do need to go back and play those. I do need to go back and play those. Soon. I might do those on the Twitch side. Once I get the time. Look at what Prometheus and Pandora achieve. You see Albert specifically. %, turn into that playable bimetal. Back people with hexagonal shields. I want an A trans Prometheus Pandora. Yeah, that would have been dope. Albert straight rocking a straight jacket. Make it the most aggressive camera shakedown to me. All right. So the air one is a little like if he's too high, that messes it up, kind of. If he's too low, it keeps him from flying up. Combo idea. Oops, all horizontal. All aboard the C train. Carry the enemy from one side and about the other side. Well then. We need to go this way first. I think thunder will probably be the easiest one for this. And it pushes him back pretty far. And the funny thing is about the thunder chip is because it's faster, Zero has a shorter recovery on that last hit. So you could follow up the regular string of the chain rod with that. Just no mercy. Just no mercy in thunder form. Well, technically the other ones could do it too, I think. Just not as quick. Yeah, they can. It's just funnier in this form because it's faster. All right, guy, I need you to get kind of out of this corner. Or not against the walls. Just, there you go. All right. Ooh. I could just do this the whole time. That's gonna take forever to get over there though. I need to get back to the ground. I have an idea of what to do after that. Let's see how far we can get it. I want to do that after the spike. No, that's not what I meant to do. All right. Now I gotta loop it. Oh, caught it. That counts. I was just looping it at this point. Well, you see where that was going. And I was kind of veering off to the side anyway. Extra loves to say Maverick a little too enthusiastic. Right. Had a little hate to it. A little southern twang on it. Like, X, what do you mean by that? you Maverick. He says it with the hard K at the end. All right, I don't think we'll be able to make it all the way across because it's gonna start to veer off and go diagonal, but still funny. You can do all of that though. Ah, I whiffed. Back in the corner. Oh, wait. Oh, I gotta disable shipper. Do a 360 circle or pendulum path. Circle. How would I do a circle? I'm not sure. I could I need this. But at some point I could switch to this. Now it doesn't have enough pushback. And that was a weird hitbox. I didn't get the ground bounce that time. Wait a minute. No, not that. I can do that? Extra hit. All right. I'm learning stuff. You can go for the extra hit. Doesn't always connect, but it's safe technically because the enemy's still in the air, so even if it misses, I can just do this. Yeah, Thunder is crazy. Just because of how fast it is, like, you have less recovery frames. So you can just keep stringing stuff together. I was gonna try to do something. What if? Nah. I like the start of it though. Like the start's kind of crazy. This part. So when bro owes you 5 E-crystals. Circle by variant. Yeah, it's the thing about trying to do a combo in a circle is it's programmed that whenever you do an attack, 0 will always turn towards the enemy. So I would need to at some point kind of pull 0 to the left or right constantly. So he'll constantly kind of pull this way, realign, pull a little bit more, realign, until I end up making a circle. Not really sure. Yeah, because then stuff's gonna start missing. I didn't do the jump cancel. Hmm. That's really satisfying. I need to add the other chain rod animation though, where he pulls them in. I think after that I could probably switch to this. And then do this combo. Whoa. So much lightning. Ah, missed the jump cancel again. Missed the jump again. Anyway, I'm getting sidetracked doing combos. But the issue at hand is this, I can't follow up. So I may have to add some more code to the hitbox to have it check. If the enemy is already floating up, then maybe that hitbox won't reset that value. If they're falling down and they get hit by it, it'll pop them back up. But if they're already moving up, it won't add to that or reset it. I think that's the way to go about it. You got your animation on the market, right? Yes. They are a combination of animations, and I'll show you. So yeah, it's a couple of layers. And at any given time there are at least 2 layers active, blending those animations together. And then there's also this hold up, just go away, there you go. There's also this biped IK, so I'm using that to position certain parts. And I guess a good way to show you is, or a better way to explain it is just to show you. So here is his idle animation with the saber. And before you even start fighting each other. All right, so idle animation with the saber looks like this. His hands in this animation aren't actually right there originally. In the original animation, his hands are like this. So that's how the animation looks normally. So I used IK, or inverse kinematics, to fix it. And that gets used a lot. This running animation, that right hand is not actually back here like that. His right arm is actually swinging just like the left arm is. This animation, and you can kind of see it because that right arm looks a little stiff. What else does it? His hands in this jumping animation do it. His legs in this animation, that's how we fixed that weird leg issue a while back. Because this animation here is the same one as this, but we made some tweaks using IK so that in the air his legs don't look like he's standing on air. So instead of his legs looking like that down there, which is kind of fast, but they look more like that. See how his feet are kind of bent more instead of looking flat? That's how he kind of fixed that issue. But yeah, took a lot of experimentation to kind of get the look that I wanted. And the other thing is transitions. So when one animation transitions to another animation, that's where we got all of this spaghetti happening right here. And that's something else you kind of have to play around with. Why that mouse did the double click? Cancel. What are you doing? Come on, mouse. I need you to cooperate here. I think it's time for a new mouse. So if it's not that model, I'm trying to get 0 to show up. I might have to use the default Unity model. Yeah, because my mouse is tripping. Every time I try to click and drag something. All right, let me switch this to this. Wait. Okay, fine. Auto. There we go. So you kind of have to play around with these transitions using this. To kind of find a good transition point between the two animations. Let me do this, make it easier to see so my camera's not blocking it. So this helps too. This helps make it look smooth. So finding a good point between two animations to transition. This one's easy because it just goes straight into the beginning of this one. But some of them, see if I can find one. Like this one. Some of them don't go into the beginning of the next animation. They kind of skip ahead a little bit to find a point that works. Because if let's say I moved it, right? Let's put it at the beginning. Now that transition looks like this. It's like a weird extra moment right there. Like, let's play it full speed. So it's like that versus this. That one does it too. And then even with instead of having a smooth transition, some animations just straight up cut and cancel into another one. Even with those, when I call them from code, even some of those, let me see. See if I can find one that does it. Here's one. They skip ahead in that animation. So this one skips to 0.3 normalized time. So basically it skips 30% into that animation. So it skips the first 30% because I don't want those frames, basically. But it's all about experimenting, playing around, feeling what works. Game feel, basically, like what feels the best, what looks good, like not jarring animation. Me spending way more time playing around with sliders than I would like. But you know, it's a labor of love. Would you be Model K or Model Keeley? or model hey I'm Keely. Probably just model Keely. Model K. Also, would your outfit be purple over red, blue over gold, or green over blue? Probably purple over red. Need some purple in there. Oh yeah, yeah, Fitz. We were on the same page. If the game detects the enemy is being too low, it'll increase the value and get them up there. Don't you remember when you fight Kraft mac and cheese? 04 was charged the command, man. Oh wait, yeah, it does look like it. That would be kind of sick, honestly. He just I mean he does fire Hadouken. Shin Hadouken. Oh, those weren't all one color scheme. Oh, so purple over red, blue over gold, and green over blue are all one outfit. Is that what you're saying? Hadouken streams. Oh, gotcha. How long would Zero's hair be with Super Saiyan 3? Insane. It would look like hold on. Wait. Where's that bone at? Is there a faster way to get to that bone? Yeah. This mouse, every time I try to click and drag, it does it. First, let me undo that last little snippet. All right. Oh boy. Well, is it gonna correct itself or nah? Wait. We gotta do something else. Hold on. What about the spin move? Super Saiyan 3. Wait, it's flat. Hold on. Let's add some weight to that hair. Hair root. A little more. Bro, what? There it is. Super Saiyan 3-0. His hair is coming out of his back. Oh, I accidentally got the part of his helmet. That's crazy. Oh man. Let's bring that back. But yeah, you can see the bones in the hair too. When I scaled it like that, you can see there's not as many bones in the hair as what should be to make it more flowy. But still, that was hilarious. All he needed after that was the aura. Leave this in as a cheat code. All right, I'll put it. I'll put it on the pause menu. Reminds me of Super Saiyan 1000 for the 2000s, right? Just all the hair. All right. So it's 219. I think we got a good start as to the whole speeding up the transition thing. We got the hitbox. Just need to add the check. So if the enemy's too low, it'll bring them up higher. If they're too high, it won't do anything to them. Good progress though. All right, so next devlog is not gonna be 0. I talked about it. I'm trying to do a Souls like with Legend of Zelda. Comically large spoon. Oh man. So the next devlog is gonna be me trying to make a Souls like fight. It's just the boss fight. I'm only gonna spend a week working on it. And the idea is to kind of help me get a better understanding of boss AI, because I want to bring that over into this. And as far as why I'm making it Legend of Zelda, just to mix it up instead of it being 0 all the time. But the whole Elf Wars 0, well, the Elf Wars Mega Man game has me reconsidering theming the next video after Legend of Zelda and grabbing like OG Model 0 and doing a Souls like boss fight of something with him instead of Link. I might. Nah, I'm gonna stick with the Legend of Zelda idea. I'll just reskin it at some point and throw OG 0 in there with some boss from the OG games. And then just like release that somewhere for people to play. But I do want to mix it up a little bit and see something other than 0 on the screen. Say Gear Ham or Iron Knuckle. Or I could do both. Like I could like do the Zelda thing and then reskin it, and that'll just all be one devlog. We'll see. We'll see. I have most of it planned out. I just need to actually get to work on it. But like I said, the whole purpose of it is to kind of experiment with boss AI, so that when I get to the bosses in this project, they don't feel boring. Like, oh, he's gonna swing at me and then he's gonna stand there and wait a little bit. This is my chance to go punch him or something. I don't know. Humanoid or monstrous design. I would like to have like some crazy Dark Souls-esque giant monster boss fights, but also the what's the word I'm looking for? The way a boss fight feels with a humanoid character feels way more personal, or I guess intimate is a word I could use. I don't know. Than with a giant monster. And Omega in his giant, cool bicepless form. I tried finding a model. I couldn't find a decent. Well, no, I did. I did find one that was kind of okay. I also saw the big one, like his big form. But they weren't rigged, which means I would have to rig it and then weight paint it. And I don't know. That's a little daunting because, like I said, I know a little bit about rigging. Like I was able to rig this model, so I know I can do it. It just took 3 hours. Secondary after effects or different attacks to mix it up. Right. And that's something I need to, like I said, it's something I need to do a little bit more research into. I know in PSO2, the base game, there's a boss named Omega Masquerade. And something that you have to fight him like 100 plus times. And each time he gets more difficult. And one thing that they did was his startup frames for some of his attacks would be randomly either increased or decreased. So sometimes that swing would come sooner than you thought. Other times you would get faked out and he would hold that startup longer than you thought, and you would get hit by it because you dodged too early. I'm trying to think of what tactical advantage to give Modern Harpoon for fits, since Spencer has enemy HP bars appear with their heads naturally. When ZX they don't appear unless you. Oh. Aerial mobility maybe. Homing sword waves. Yeah. It does show you the weakness as well, so that I can carry that over. Ah, gotcha. All right. Let me check something really quick. Yeah. It's about that time. Almost 3 hours. All right. So as far as the next stream, not sure about tomorrow. Actually, no. We can do tomorrow. I'm gonna make sure I'm on time tomorrow at 9 a.m. Eastern. But I for sure won't have 3 hours like this stream was. I'll just do YouTube again tomorrow. Next weekend, though, I will probably switch over to Twitch because I'm trying to make a push for partner over there. But if I do decide to switch to Twitch next weekend, I'll do like a post, probably like a YouTube post beforehand. But yeah, tomorrow 9 a.m. we'll try to fix the aerial hitbox, and that'll probably be the only thing I have enough time to do. Because tomorrow I want to spend a lot of time getting to work on that Souls-like project idea for the next devlog video. And with work being the way it is, I know during the week I'm not gonna have as much time as I would like to work on it. Let's see. Harpoon has flight and blade projectiles. Since Model Fifner has customizable bullets and ZX, they can give it fits its Fifner home projectiles. That'd be dope. Maybe increase enemy weight and decrease gravity. That could be an option. Quentin. That could be an option. But at its core, as far as it being the enemy being too low, at its core, the reason is because that hit from the transformation, it completely stops all upward momentum that the enemy had before I did the animation. That's like the core issue. And that's just because of how I have hit detection set up. Which it may mean I need to go and revisit how physics works from the hits. But we'll see. We'll see tomorrow. Let's switch to chatting. Boom. All right. I think they had a similar problem in DMC4. Oh, okay. I may need to see if there are like some dev talks or Q&As about the development process or things on the development side. Kind of like how Sakurai has his YouTube channel for Smash Brothers, and he goes over like how they did certain things in Smash Brothers. I learned a lot from that stuff. I may need to see if I can find some for other games like DMC. But I gotta run. Appreciate everybody that came through. I hope you guys have a great weekend. I'll see you tomorrow. Gonna shoot for 9 a.m. Eastern. If you haven't joined the Discord, links in the description. Especially if you are a dev. Would love to see some of the stuff you're working on. But that's it. I will catch up with y'all tomorrow. Y'all have a great rest of your day, great weekend. And yeah, peace.